fiscal year 27. She is warning residents that difficult decisions will likely have to be made to certain programs because rising costs are outpacing revenue growth. And joining us now live this afternoon to talk more about this is Steve Walker, Deputy Chief of Staff to the Mayor. Steve, thank you so much for being here live with us. Can you hear me all right, Steve?
Hello? Yes.
Perfect.
Yes.
And we are live, Steve. Thank you so much for being with us. First, let's just start with some of those difficult decisions. We're talking about a huge amount of money that's needed. What is the mayor looking at in terms of cuts to programs?
Well, thank you very much for having me. So every year, Mayor Bowser does community budget engagement forums so she can hear from residents from all 8 wards. The mayor actually just today concluded her senior budget engagement teletown hall, her 37th during her tenure. And we've got 2 more budget engagement forums coming up this Saturday at the Berry Farm Recreation Center at 11:30 a.m. and next Thursday at the Dock 5 at Union Market at 5:30 p.m. And every year, as the mayor prepares a budget to send to council, there are 3 guiding principles that she thinks about. Does it help keep families in the District of Columbia and attract new residents? Does it help us grow the economy so that we can continue to provide the services that residents of the District of Columbia depend on? And does it attract new residents and businesses? So those are the 3 big guiding principles that the mayor always thinks about every budget cycle. And we're inviting residents to come out to 2 more budget engagement and forums to give us their feedback and ideas.
Thank you, Steve. And I know that's a great opportunity for people to speak out, like you said, and make their voice heard. The amount that we're talking about here, you know, I'm reading different reports. I know we're reporting on this. This could be hundreds of millions to more than $1 billion over the next several years. Talk to me just about this gap specifically.
Yeah, so the mayor presented to the council a couple of weeks ago, and one of the things she highlighted is that the starting point that we have this year is a $1 billion gap that we have to make up. So there's going to be some tough decisions that we have to make this year. This is why, in addition to hearing from residents from all 8 wards, we're going to really focus on what are those ideas that I've mentioned that fall into those 3 big categories, keeping residents here and attracting new residents and growing our economy. So there are going to be some tough decisions, but working together we'll get the budget completed.
Yeah, thank you, Stephen. Truly so tough, you know, when you're trying to do it all with what is on the table and with what you have. Are there any areas, you know, we're hearing possibly Health and Human Services, where might some of these cuts come from or be made, Steve?
Well, no decisions have been made yet, but I know that the Deputy Mayor for Health and Human Services was also with the Mayor at the Council, and he talked about some of the challenges that we're having in our Health and Human Services cluster. But it's actually across the government. Every single year, things get a little bit more expensive. The District of Columbia has some dollars that it has to allocate to some programs and services. So this is why budgets are really tough for the mayor as she presents to the council. She makes really, really tough decisions, and she thinks in first and foremost, how do I provide services to the rest of the District of Columbia that we need so that we can all survive and thrive. So there will be some tough decisions. This is why we're asking residents to come out again, to share their ideas, to come up with them. People might come up with some great, fantastic revenue-raising ideas. It's happened in the past at previous forums. So again, we're inviting residents to come out and share their ideas.
And, you know, this would be a huge amount of money to try to make up here. This is always something that is scary. Are additional taxes of any kind on the table or being discussed as far as you know?
The mayor has never raised taxes during her tenure, and so this is why she's always asking the residents and our partners in the council to think about what is it that we're going to provide on a going basis in the fiscal year 27 budget. Again, no decisions have been made as of yet, but we're going to work together with the community, with residents, with other stakeholders, and come up with those recommendations and ideas. And then in April, the mayor will present a final budget to the council.
Thank you, Stephen. According to the Washington Post, I know last fall, the council had authorized a plan to use excess tax revenue to try and bolster some of these key programs that could face cuts. The mayor said this might contribute to some whiplash here if we're adding money and then cutting from any of these programs in future. Have you heard anything there about her maybe authorizing or agreeing to that plan?
I have not, and I can't, and I will never speak for the council, but I will kind of reiterate what we want to make sure we have an opportunity for residents to kind of give feedback. They can hear directly from the mayor, from the deputy mayors, from different clusters in district government, and kind of hear the mayor's perspective that she'll talk about on Saturday and next Thursday. She'll work through the budget process in March, and then in April present a budget to the council. Then the council takes the budget from their perspective and presents goes through a process, and then they'll come up with the final budget. But the mayor's going to present a balanced budget as she's done every year of her tenure, and she'll do so again in April.
And last week, the Senate passed a resolution to overturn D.C.'s tax law. That was a move the mayor's office has estimated could cost the district at least $600 million. We know President Trump has yet to sign that resolution. Can you tell us where things stand and how this is influencing budget decisions moving forward?
I don't, at this time, don't have any information on that. We can definitely get back to you, but our Office of Federal and Regional Affairs work with the mayor to give her updates on everything that's happening congressionally.
Thank you so much. Steve Walker, Deputy Chief of Staff to the Mayor. Thank you very much for joining us here with the latest update on the budget process, and we know you will keep us posted.